It's only in America where you'll find the system, despite enforcing laws and attempting to pretend like they are for equality, have done nothing more than practice systematic procedures of psychological pressure when it comes to ensuring that black people do not rise within the power structure, within the social structure, or within the overall employment environment. You will find this to be very true for the following reason. The first reason, you will never walk into a well-established American or white firm and find a black person leading it. You will never find a black person in a position to be a manager in a bank firm, within a proper tech firm. And I'm talking about black people who actually are capable of contributing their wealth and their knowledge to the black community, not the black people who are ashamed to be black and as a result put on a white image. And furthermore, you will find that the only time you would see that the black people are ever considered in roles of leadership, which are never roles of leadership, but they are painting to look as so, is when they are being placed in position to tear down other black people, whether that's through fast food employment, or whether that's through Hollywood skits. All nothing but tricks and mockery to keep the black people in poor health, to keep the black people below the status that America has already created. And this is simply the situation that we live in today, where black people are forced to work harder, are forced to put in more stress. And as a result, the white people who perhaps will claim to be welcoming of them, smiling them, a warm welcome to their job, cannot wait to exploit that black man and to provide an urge to represent to that black man that they are in a sense of leadership. They must prove a point. You will find this to be very true amongst many white people. They have to prove to black people that they are in power. They have to prove that they are above. And you will find this to be very overwhelming for some black people who simply just want to clock into their job, come home to their families, but their job takes everything from them. Their job takes their finances, their job takes their time, their job takes even their family. And their white co-workers, very well aware of the struggle that black people face to even be seen within the wealth power structure, seek to do nothing more than exploit those black people and provide a reason within their own community to further extract every bit of hope or potential, as a result of the fear that they have that one day the black people are going to rise and claim some of those positions which they have been working so hard for within the past couple of years, to their own effort, which the white people will always find a way to transcend and prove that they are on top. I have never in my life seen a situation where a black person can even take a glimpse at their cell phone during a work shift without being scrutinized and criticized by the managers, by the employees, and by the clientele. But I have seen far too many occasions when white people and even people of other kinds can be caught sleeping on the job, can be caught isolating the black man on the job, can be caught doing nothing but having phone calls, texting. And these people are within well equipped privilege to simply just sit back while the black people do nothing but reap the thorns, the harsh reality, which is that we are presently in a system that endorses white power. I don't care what the white people have told you, you cannot prove to me any situation where a black man is ever seen on the same footstool as a white man. The black man always has to be seen levels below the white man. It doesn't matter what education you have. You could even have your doctoral license. And believe me, I have seen where black doctors are not even considered suitable or good enough to receive employment or to even be considered as doctors, as far as that label was created by whites, and ultimately do not feel the need to accommodate black people with that label, certainly not to give back to their own community. It is a give or take situation where I feel it's either your role as a black man to focus, to lock in, to understand that nothing is personal when you are dealing with the white world. It really isn't. It's not personal with them. White structures have prehistorically and even till this present day have already determined the outcome for a black person. It doesn't matter how well or articulate you speak. It doesn't matter what grades you got in school. They will scrutinize, dehumanize, and degrade that black person due to the pure negligence of the fact that they are unable to understand how a black person is capable of making it through these systematic procedures, of how a black person is even noted within society, despite the attempts to keep the black people within the struggling state that you'll see many of our people in today. And so the main issue that you need to press is knowing your rights under the bills which they have written already. This is very important for black people. I am not telling you to rise up against your managers. I would actually applaud nothing more than issuing a baseline of respect. The main thing I want to elaborate is what are you going to do when somebody tries to take your rights away from you? White people are very tricky with the way that they use their words. They speak very covertly. They speak in their own language to kind of convince you that they are still in power. Okay, and so what you need to do is to understand the importance of reading the rights, the principles, the responsibilities, the general code of conduct for the basis of human treatment in that country. And at any moment or any instance you feel like that basis is being violated, you must address this to the necessary enforcers, and I can assure you that those enforcers do exist. The law has been established to a point now where should anybody not want to hold you to the law, you have the power to hold them accountable for dehumanizing the years of efforts that our leaders put into instilling with us knowledge and security and the necessary tools available to dealing with the circumstances which are currently pressing the black people and the black masses in America, but because white people are often considered in denial, just to defend their own status as being white. And really, like I mentioned, the only power they trick themselves into having over you is the fact that they hold that white label. But for as long as you have other black people in this country, remember that you are not alone. Remember that your struggle is not just part of you. There is a network of people you can reach out to. And it is very important that you establish that network and learn the importance of collaboration.